LambdaGeneration.
Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show where the community is absolutely number one and edgy gaming jokes number two. So without further ado, let's get started. Entropy Zero is back in the news with a media update that talks about the progress that's currently being made on Entropy Zero 2 and something special that's in store for the original Entropy Zero. But let's talk about Entropy Zero 2 first, shall we? So, Breadman and his team are currently hard at work on Chapter 4 of EZ2, the second map already being fleshed out. Some finishing touches are being added to the map, bringing it up to the alpha stage of development. You're seeing some awesome screenshots from it in the background right now. Apart from that, an estimated release date has been dropped for the mod, and with estimated, I really do mean estimated. The current ETA for the beta is the first or second quarter of 2020, and the full release will be somewhere around the autumn of 2020. This, however, like I said, can change, so take it with a grain of salt. So what's in store for the original Entropy Zero? Well, team member Trivy has gone through the entirety of the mod and has managed to completely overhaul the lighting in every map, improving the look of the mod significantly. Some other things are in the works to go along this new lighting update for EZ1, but those are currently a surprise. I'm really curious to see what these new things are. If you want to read the news post for yourself, there's a link for it in the description below. We featured Dark Interval in the previous episode of All Things Lambda in the form of some screenshots, but what those screenshots would eventually lead to is a completely new Dark Interval update that's now live on their ModDB page. This new version 1.2 update is not the long-awaited part 2 though, that one is still ways off. This update does, however, bring some improvements to pretty much every single map in the mod, in conjunction to adding new fully voice-acted scenes, even featuring a complete re-record of Odell's lines and the Vortigaunt's lines. The water has also been improved somewhat, now featuring the same flow map technique used in Left 4 Dead 2 and Portal 2. A new main menu has been added and the fade transition between maps have also been removed. If that all sounds cool to you, you can download the new update over on their ModDB page. It's a standalone update, which means you have to download and install it like it's a new mod. A link to download Dark Interval 1.2 and a link to the official blog post which goes into a lot more detail can be found in the description below. So, do you remember the HEV phone charger that went viral last year? Well, it found its way back in the news today because if all goes well, you can actually buy one yourself one day. Yes, even you can have this tiny little HEV charger in your room, charging up your phone or other USB devices of your choosing. So, how am I going to obtain one, you may ask? Well, it's not available currently, but there is an Indiegogo online for it to subsidize its production. On their Indiegogo page, they talk about having two versions available to purchase. The cheaper option is the HEV Charge Monitor, which keeps track of how your phone charges. It also features a 1.14-inch IPS display to give that information to you, some swanky lights and noises, fast charging for supported chargers and phones, and more is to come. The more expensive and the more interesting option is the HEV Power Bank, which will feature a high-quality 10,000 mAh LiFo battery that can charge any USB device of your choosing. Apart from that, it will share a lot of the HEV monitor's other features, like the nice beeps and boops it does. Currently, their monetary goal is set to about $50,000, and at the time of writing, they have collected absolutely none of that. The campaign has 58 days left for its runtime, so if you want to see it happen, I'd back it quickly if I were you. You can back the HEV Charge Monitor for $29 and the HEV Power Bank for $49. I wish I could back it, man, but I just bought a Nintendo Switch, so I'm broke. A link to the Indiegogo page is in the description below. So this spin on Half-Life 2 story I haven't really seen before. Quiet Rehabilitation is a Half-Life 2 mod that takes Gordon and throws him directly into Nova Prospekt as a prisoner. You know that point in the beginning of Half-Life 2 where Gordon is being stopped by Combine because he almost boards an express train to Nova Prospekt? Well, in this universe, the Combine lets you go on your merry way, and that's how you ended up here. The mod aims to go deep into the lore of Nova Prospekt while keeping it faithful to the aesthetics we all love from Half-Life 2. It also tries to provide the player with at least 1.5 hours of gameplay and about 5 game chapters to run, think, shoot, and live through. Now, the full mod is currently in development and it's estimated to be done at around the third quarter of 2020. something new to play after EC2. But a small demo is already playable right now. It's supposed to resemble the first chapter of the mod, and it can be downloaded over on their ModDB page, which is linked in the description below. Go and check it out. Oh, we got another HD remake of a Hound Eye. This time from 3D character artist Jen Philpine. I seriously can't get enough of these alien canines. This model features a load of polygons and super HD textures to make it look extra detailed and even a bit grisly here and there. I mean, look at the eyelid and all of its veins. Ugh. Jen apparently gave this Hound Eye their own spin though. They did use some of the original concept art from Chuck Jones as an inspiration and even some fan art from other Half-Life artists in the community. They even left some of their inspiration on the ArtStation page for this model. Man, they really went deep into it. If you want to see this model up close and personal, I've left a link in the description below to the official ArtStation page. Yeah, I know, we're a bit late on this, but Dolmo, the creator of the recently released Half-Life 2 mod called Cosmonaut, has released some developer commentary on his mod over on his YouTube channel. In this 8-part series, he talks about how the mod was created and some pretty nice insight on Half-Life 2 mapping in general, even showing some early stuff while he's at it. It's really interesting and I recommend you go and give it a watch. I've left a link in the description below to Dolmo's YouTube channel. You can find the videos on there. The developers of the critically acclaimed source mod Nightmare House 2, We Create Stuff, have announced that they're working on their very own indie horror game. It's called In Sound Mind, and it's a psychological horror game with puzzles. Ooh. The game will feature fast-paced puzzles and original bosses all set to a soundtrack composed by the living Tombstone. The game runs on Unity, so the graphics look pretty decent, and it will probably feel a bit different from how Nightmare House felt. The game currently has a trailer out and it's not afraid to show what it has in store for you. The atmosphere seems eerie and the music accompanies it quite well. If I was more into horror games, I'd probably be pretty excited for it. If you are a total horror nut, I recommend you go and check out their IndieDB page, which is linked down in the description below. Congratulations to We Create Stuff for the announcement. Now, we all know what I'm going to announce right now. Our social media pages, they're linked down below in the description below, and they're covering my face. Because of course they are. Oh, and don't forget to join our Discord server as well, that's also linked down below in the description. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, it's @FarLoomy, and it's also linked down in the description below alongside my own YouTube channel, which is also worth a watch. It's one big link party down there, I swear. And with all that being said, I'm going to end episode 55 of All Things Lambda. Don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, and take care.